Everyone, RemanX here, and it's been a little while since I made a video. Hopefully my brain works and you guys don't get discombobulated when you guys hear me speak here, but I want to give you guys an alert about something upcoming that previous players have taken advantage of. Again, it's kind of a bug in the system. Maybe not merely a bug, but more of just a deceptive way that something's written. And then also a quick update on the actual scores required here. So I want to talk about something. I think Nova is potentially going to be a character that may become part of a legendary soup in Arena and other game modes. So there's some value to that. They're a pretty good kid as a legendary character. Usually they find a way into additional game modes if they're built correctly. Cough, cough, Unlimited X-Men. So I just want to make sure everybody's armed with this knowledge and share this video, make sure people understand how to use this, and then also take a look at the updates, because I think this is player friendly and hope that it's achievable. So it looks like the unlock has gone back to 550k to be consistent. And then there's a 4-star before rank rewards at 1.35 million score. So there's some incentive to play this and move up on the scores. And so what we're going to talk about is how to maximize your score the Kraken way. So what I'm saying to this is it was figured out in the previous playtests that the score wasn't working correctly. And what wasn't working correctly was the efficiency bonus. So you would think after playing Crucible that the efficiency bonus would feel the same way. That it being efficient, much like victory points, would mean in that first attempt, getting as many points as possible would actually yield a better score. But that's not the case. And I'm going to talk about why that affects both the Scourges and Crucible in a moment. So let's start with Scourges. So we did a few tests over time to see if they actually would fix this. And typically I didn't worry about anything other than just a one-shot to the node to see how widely affected it was. And just to give you an idea, in the Rogue Scourge specifically, I wound up 37th with the lowest score that one-shot every node, which means everybody above me had to have either a higher efficiency somehow or less of a turn bonus, etc. That being said, my young Avengers were pretty much second to none at the time, so it was definitely quite a few people in the know above me, and we don't know how many people below me were in the know about how this works. So a quick breakdown. It's actually relatively simple to do, and it's something that I probably recommend a lot of players to do when you're thinking about going for the first or second run during these Scourges. The idea is you're going to be setting up cooldowns with teams. So the more teams you have that can participate, the better off your score will be. So the way that this works is the second attempt that you make will give you bonus points. You're not deducted points for your first attempt. Now, again, caveat, they may have changed this, but why start now? What that means is go in there with a team, leave 1 or 2 characters up to either, build cooldowns up or get a quick score for efficiency bonuses and move on. Now, if this gives you a plus up in your category, gives you an edge, gets you above the 1.35 million, which again, we're going to be working like we always do on Scourge Day with you guys to hopefully get you guys scores that may not be attainable. We're going to do the community Scourges because it's a ton of fun. You guys get to stream it with me. If you guys want to sign on, pop up on Discord. We'll get that going so you guys have that. So is it a big deal? Potentially with this new 4-star ranking system, it's going to help a lot of people potentially punch up into categories maybe they previously wouldn't be able to do otherwise. Again, it's typically with wider roster and with some of the limited number of traits that happens, it isn't going to be as much of an issue. So specifically because there's 3 traits on the nodes and there's 3 nodes, it isn't, where you're going to sacrifice one team and sacrifice your Masters of Evil to get the score. So those rooms typically were unaffected, but the other rooms that are there will do that. Now there seems to be a lower number of overall Scourges. So what that means is there's probably going to be more ties and more give or take. So this is why I'm releasing this information, because I want everybody to have something that people only exclusively in the know had. Now, let's talk about Crucible, because there's been kind of watching the community Crucible, there's been something I was thinking about. And in reality, when you choose to cancel an attack versus keeping it and going back in, it's a very similar philosophy. So let's say you lose an attack, but you got it down to where you can quickly accomplish the task. So rooms that, or teams that fit into this category might be something like the Infinity Watch. Taking an Infinity Watch is going to be typically a victory point. So if you lose against them, but you got key components down, going in there again with a team that can potentially beat them, so you got to know this pretty well, like should I quit or should I keep it? You can get those victory points and wind up higher than you would have been if you quit. Now, it seems convoluted because efficiency isn't efficiency. It's only what have you done for me lately, and efficiency only is like captured in those slow moments that really you don't think about it being efficient in your mind. And this is the difference between the top scores across the board. So again, I encourage you guys with the Scourge upcoming, we're going to be doing some live streaming. We're going to be helping you guys all through that. And, you know, is this an exploit? Is it a feature? I think it's a feature now because they've run, let's see, 4 times infinity. I don't even know how many Scourges have been run with this game's scoring system, and it hasn't been fixed. While they've made adjustments to how scores have been applied, Scourge, score, try saying that in your head 15 times fast, have been applied, these things are actually the factor in how you've contributed to the score. So again, these changes are good. They're player friendly. And I just want to say this because, you know, that 50K, believe it or not, may be an addition of Scourges. So we'll take a look at this when we're adding these. And I know a lot of people are like, well, can I get the 3-star? Can I get I hit the 450K to get the unlock? We're going to work to help you, but these are definitely made in the player's favor by downgrading them. Hopefully that's been with some feedback and some testing from envoys, etc. So, you know, it's always a positive when things are being done in the player's favor, you know, to a certain degree. So in case you guys are just want to say, like, what should I tell my alliance? Tell your alliance, hey, check this out. Rem's exposing a little secret that a lot of people didn't know about, because I think it's too vital to miss with these characters with the first unlock. And again, you know, you can shoot for the 4 yellow and just do that over the course of a few, if you don't want to go like hardcore. But again, you know, honestly, 4 and move on. That's a great score if you guys want to do that. So hopefully this can get you into that 1.35 where you don't necessarily have to worry about it, so that you get the unlock. Now, this team, I'm worried about the team from an overall perspective for War. You know, this is a full 4-person team that you're going to need to actually get this going for War. So they could restrict members like they did with some characters from the previous teams, like Agatha, etc. So, you know, honestly, he does a lot. So we'll hope to see that there's a piece of this team that'll still perform in the way they will in War. Anyway, guys, I'm back on YouTube. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content again, and we'll see you soon. Love you much, and be kind to each other.